So, welcome back to another prediction show. You are watching Boxing Media Hub and you are with Joel, Ender and Luke, and we are sponsored by Falcon Contracting and Global Price Solutions. Oh yeah, here we are going for another one. And Luke is going to introduce us on this one to these two guys, only because, Luke.
We can't speak Irish.
Yeah.
And we can speak English. Look, we speak English good.
Sometimes. Luke?
We have Caoimhin Agyarko versus Troy Williamson on next weekend at the SSE in Belfast. And this one is a light middleweight contest. It's not for any belts, is it? Is it an intercontinental title or something?
No.
There's not a WBA intercontinental on the line?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so it's just a fight.
You keep talking and I'll look it up.
I'm on it like a car bonnet.
This fight's been in the works for like a year. They've been calling each other out off and on. Caoimhin Agyarko, obviously undefeated, steadily rising in quality of competition. You have Troy Williamson. He got bamboozled by Josh Kelly. And he also had wars, with like Ted Cheeseman. So we know what he's about. He needs a man in front of him to make a fight catch fire, and Caoimhin Agyarko will be in front of him. Caoimhin is like, he's got that kind of Canelo style where he likes to bob and weave and come forward with his feet and throw combinations. He's a really exciting fighter. I don't think he punches as hard as his style would suggest. He fights a lot like a puncher, but I don't think he is as big a puncher as he thinks he is. But that being said, you don't want to stand in front of him and take shots. And I think Williamson will be there to be hit. I think it's going to be a really good fight early. I think it's going to catch fire early because the two of them don't seem to like each other. And, Caoimhin's going to be in his hometown. He's going to want to impress. He's not going to want to make a stinker out of it. So I think he's going to fight fire with fire. And I think he's going to have a bit too much for Williamson. I think he's going to be too young, too fresh, and a bit too good. And I think he will hurt Williamson, especially to the body. And he'll either win quite a wide decision or get him out of there late. And I'm leaning towards a late stoppage for Agyarko. And
Who
now
do you want,
we'll pass it over. We'll pass it to Joel because Enda's in the middle. We'll let him finish.
Oh, the rose between two thorns.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's a fight that Troy really needs. He really needs this to get back in the mix, doesn't he? Yeah, as I say, Agyarko, if I get it correct, was last out in May against Grant Dennis, which was a win, unanimous decision. Troy Williamson was last out in July against Ramiro Blanco, which was a win on points, which was only a 6-rounder. So, yeah, Troy's got a big step up here, a big step up. And as I say, this is another potential one for a fight of the night. We speak about McKenna versus Crocker, but this is another beauty on the card, isn't it?
It's a great one.
And like we were looking it up, there's no belt on the line for this one.
Okay.
But I can imagine that the next fight that comes along has got to be for something, because this is where these two guys are at. They're at that stage. Williamson's had a great run up to this point. Agyarko is there to take the reins almost. But do you know what? I can't go against Troy in this one. I think this is going to be he needs that fight. He needs this sort of fight to fuel him back into where he needs to be. Could he get a stoppage? I think he could. He's got it in the tank to do it, but it's a tough ask. I think it goes points for me. Troy Williamson on points, because I think Agyarko is just going to be a tough one to break down. But and like Luke was saying, I think if there's stoppage, there's stoppage late. But for me, I just think Williamson takes it on points. Over to the rose in the middle.
So we're 1-1 at this point. So I get to, now the split decision. So who will I'm like Len from
Ender's going for a draw.
Ender never does draws. You should know that.
To be fair, I don't think we've ever done draws.
I never. It's against my principle as a judge never to give a fight a draw. You must always have to be able to pick a winner. And I think this one now, Caoimhin signed up with Matchroom, as far as I know. Isn't that right, Luke? And his career really didn't catch fire. And I think it's important for him now to make a statement in Belfast to really get noticed again by Eddie. And I mean, I know Eddie's co-promoting this with Conlon Boxing, but I mean, Caoimhin will want to be one that Eddie will use and move up the card. And that'll be good for him. So I believe there's all there's all the right kind of motivation.
A lot down the road, isn't there, for him?
Yeah, there's a lot of motivation for Caoimhin to do very well in this fight. But as we know, Troy is looking to come back as well. I mean, that Kelly loss was a unanimous decision, or was it a split decision? Sorry, it went to decision anyway. But he's not just going to go there to make up the numbers. I can see this going the whole 12 rounds, to be honest. I can see there being back and forth, and there being different parts of the fight where different guys in charge. But I think if Caoimhin really wants to push on with his career like he claims, no doubt they all claim it, and Troy as well, Caoimhin will want to be finishing out well in Belfast and making no doubt in the judge's mind that he's the winner. So, but I don't think he's going to have it as easy as he thinks. We have the two boys are here, and they've gone 1-1, and I think it's going to be close. But because he's at home, and because I think he's going to want to impress Eddie Hearn, I think Caoimhin will have the bigger, push to do very well. And I think that will get him over the line on a points decision. So on a narrow points decision, I'm going for Caoimhin. And so there it is. Caoimhin 2-1.
So yeah, there we have it, people. Let us know in the comments. Give us your predictions as well for Caoimhin Agyarko versus Troy Williamson. I will get there. I will be Irish one day. My wife would love it. And then obviously, yeah, let's see what happens. This is a great fight, as I say, on the card. Belfast, 2nd of December on DAZN. Let us know in the comments and give us a share around. Hit the subscribe button as well. And lads, thank you very much. As always, tough one to call, but let us know in the comments. Until next time, lads, have some of this.
Have it.